Welcome to Human to Oxygen. I am Gabrielle Andrews and I'm here today. We're going to make some coleslaw. So most of us, you buy coleslaw in the store and it's not as great as it could be. It's kind of mushy, everything is soaked together, little stringy pieces, so forget about all that. I'm going to show you guys how to make coleslaw simple and easy in the house. So to make this video a little shorter, I prepared all the vegetables. They've already been chopped up. Let me see, I got them on the board here. We got some cabbage, ham, peppers, carrots, onions, and even some cucumber. So coleslaw is pretty easy. Your standard is cabbage. You can have coleslaw with just cabbage, but make it yours. Have fun with it. You can put all the vegetables really that you like in it, and they'll still be delicious, especially once they marinate and it sits for a minute. It's on. So to get started, I like to get my vegetables going and get them juicy first before the cabbage. So first, in our mixing bowl, we're going to add the cucumbers, the peppers. I have green peppers here, but you can use green, yellow, red, whatever you like. Right now I'm using what I had available in the house at the moment. Some onions, you can use red onion, I'm using white onion, and carrots. And cut your vegetables the way you like. I prefer them julienne or grated, but it's up to you for your preference, how crunchy you want them, how big the pieces you want them. You kind of want them not too big. If you can see, my carrots are pretty much shredded. My peppers are sliced pretty thin. It's kind of uniform cut pretty much for everything. So with our mise en place here that we have, after we get our vegetables into our bowl, we're going to put the spices that we like. So I'm using a little parsley flake here. Just adds a little extra other than just fresh parsley. Got some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Can't forget the salt. For you guys who have high blood pressure, a little bit less on that salt. So now, next, we're going to put some vinegar. Now, vinegar, I kind of eyeball it, but let's see. For you guys, we'll measure it out by a regular serving spoon. Pretty much equivalent to a tablespoon. So I got about 1, 2, let's do 3. We'll start with 3. So once we get our vinegar in there, what we're going to do is we're going to toss our vegetables together with our spice mix and let them get all juicy and marinated, huh? So now we're going pretty good. Got our veggies and our spice in there. Now for me, I like to put a little bit of sugar in there. Not a lot. If you put too much, you can run into a problem where there's too much sugar. So we're just going to do 1 tablespoon of sugar. Mix that up. Now we're ready for the easy part, the sauce. Now most of you guys, sometime I'm sure you've seen in the store that they sell coleslaw sauce already pre-made. I'm not too fond of that stuff. I will use it, if you're cooking for a lot of people, and I still add my own little spice in there with it, because to me it's not enough. So in the house, we're going to start off right now with some mayo. And I'm keeping a hand on things because if I feel it needs something else, we'll add some more as we go. Sour cream. Give this a stir. Sour cream gets juicy, huh? All right. And I pretty much have a little bit more mayo than I do sour cream in here. Now we're going to give that a mix. Mix it up good with your veggies. And once we mix it, what we're going to do is move this over. We're going to add in some mustard. Now, some of you guys will say, oh, you're making coleslaw, you need yellow mustard. For me, I like whole grain mustard in my coleslaw. So, we're going to add some whole grain mustard. And you don't need a lot, maybe about a tablespoon and a half. It's all about how much that flavor you prefer. Give it a mix again. And now comes the fun part where you get to see if it needs something else. So this is your base for your coleslaw. And like I said, when you start off with your veggies, it's almost like when you're sauteing. Get those veggies nice and juicy, make the juices release from them, and that'll even give more flavor to your mayonnaise and your sour cream base that you mixed already. So let's give this a little taste and see if we got it together. I'm down. I think it needs a little more pepper. And now we're in there. So one thing I do like about cooking is as I go along, I season. I don't just season and say, hey, that's it. And you taste. The key is the taste. You gotta taste, guys. I mean, really, people cook, they just throw the stuff in there and say, oh, voila. No, voila. Voila is the love. The love that you put in it every second that you go through when you're doing your recipe and you just like, let me see. All right, a little more. All right, now. And then it's perfect. So I'm going to get a bigger bowl here because obviously the cabbage is not going to fit. So let's get a bigger bowl. This should do. And I'm going to start off with our cabbage. We're going to put our cabbage in the bowl. And like I said, you know, coleslaw, it's something fun. It's great for kids because, you know, it's easy. You get them involved. They can chop the veggies with you. You get to see all the colors of the wonderful vegetables you're going to use. Even with their cabbage, pick different cabbages. You know, you can mix red cabbage with your regular cabbage, Savoy cabbage, Napa cabbage. Have fun with it, you know. So I'm just kind of separating the cabbage some. So when I do mix in our vegetables, they'll get all nice in there. All right, so here we go. We're going to put the rest of this in. All right. And then now we'll mix it up. And this is going to be great. I mean, coleslaw, homemade. You know, if you got a barbecue, and it's cost efficient. I mean, make it from what you already have. All right, you had to get a head of cabbage. Put what you got. You like, you know, radish in your coleslaw. Put it in there, you know. That you can have so much fun with coleslaw. You could even put some broccoli in here. That would turn into broccoli coleslaw or broccoli slaw. But that's, I mean, have fun with it, you know. So we got this all mixed up. Then one thing you want to make sure too is that your coleslaw is wet. You do not want a dry coleslaw. That's no fun. You bite it, it's dry, there's no juice. It's got to have just enough. Like, you don't want it too wet, you don't want it too dry. You know, you don't want juice dripping all over their plate. And you more than likely won't have that issue because you're making your own dressing, you know, so you can add as you see fit, you know, for more. So let's give this a taste, because now we have the cabbage in there. That's it, you have to taste as you go, and we're going to see if we need more salt, more pepper, you know, how did everything distribute to all the ingredients. So let's see. Oh, that happens sometimes. So, I'm really liking. We'll clean up the mess later, but I'm really liking. I think it needs a little bit more mayo. Maybe a dash more sour cream. And then a little more salt. Really, I'm going to add a little bit more, pretty much of everything, even the sugar. And that's because, like I said, as you add more components to your meals, you'll find that the flavor has to be dispersed amongst all your ingredients, you know what I mean? So you want to make sure everything gets that love, okay? So that's what we're doing right now. I'm even going to add some more parsley flakes. These are dry parsley flakes, but we are going to add some fresh parsley. So let's give that a mix again. And I'm even going to add one more cap of vinegar. This is so, oh yeah, that cabbage gets some vinegar love. And I'm missing one more thing. What's that? The sugar. Now, I've made coleslaw, you know, family, friends, everybody has their preference. And they say, oh, you didn't put enough sugar. I would have made mine sweeter. I don't want sugar salad, you know, but you do want that tanginess from the vinegar to be balanced out, you know. So we put another maybe half a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm even going to add a smidget more of our whole grain mustard. Give it a mix. And like I said, this is something so simple. People think, oh, I want coleslaw. But look how fast we made it. I mean, how many minutes? 13. We ain't even at 15 minutes. Like, really, I'm sure you guys spend your time doing other things where you can give a lot more love in such a little bit of time, you know? So, I'm making sure we get that whole grain mustard incorporated into it really good. Let's give it a taste. That's my favorite part, the tasting part, you know? It's like when your mom's is cooking, and you like, I can't wait, can I just taste it? Yeah. You gotta have that sample person around. Oh yeah. So, I'm gonna wash my hands because tasting has turned into something. Whew. When I tell you, that was good. So, our coleslaw is ready. We're going to get it into the fridge. And for our next video, we will be making some ribs to go with the coleslaw. I seem to have a guest coming in. So, get back to it in a little bit. Peace.